Welcome, West Valley Ram fans, to our inaugural broadcast here on the Bighorn Network for the 2025 season. This is Mike Moore coming to you live from Rath Drum, Idaho, Lakeland High School, Corbett Field. And we are getting ready to go here with Friday Night Lights, Northern Idaho style. I want to welcome my broadcast partner, Dr. Demo, David Moore, making the trek over. Thanks for coming over, Dave. We had a chance to call that C-team game, tough one for the Rams earlier on, but hopefully a little different story for this varsity West Valley team coming in at 1-0, facing the 3-0 Lakeland Hawks.
Beautiful night for football, too. It's absolutely gorgeous here in Idaho. Really nice setting, some houses in the background, the pine trees. And we are out of state, northern Idaho, just north of Coeur d'Alene at Lakeland High School. And we are ready for football here. I think it's great, too, with our broadcast getting canceled last week and the game getting moved over to North Creek, unable to bring the broadcast to you. It's supposed to be a home game for the Rams, but playing at North Creek High School and winning that 39-38, as you mentioned, Mike, and coming into tonight 1-0 against this Lakeland football team coming in 3-0. This will be their fourth game already early in this season, and a good football squad. Last year a 9-3 record going into the Idaho playoffs, and so it's going to be a great night for football here, and proud to bring it to you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rath Drum says it's a population of about 13,000, Demo, and half the city might be here today. It is absolutely packed. We're set up here around the 40-yard line, actually behind the stands. Going to be an interesting setup for us. We'll do our best, but we do have a lot of traffic in front of us, and so we are excited to bring this game. Want to flash up our starters here to get things going for West Valley. On the offense, at quarterback, junior Drayden Burley. In the backfield, senior standout Devin Anciso. Wide receivers, Donovan Malland, Alex Whiteside, Jack Goodrich, and Dalton Hargraves. On the line offensively, seniors Parker Mills, Austin Ross, and Tadeo Felix, and juniors Samuel French, Riley Kerfman. On the defensive side of the ball for your West Valley Rams, in the defensive secondary, Donovan Malland, Jack Goodrich, Alex Whiteside, all juniors, and then the lone senior back there, Dalton Hargraves. Linebacking core, senior Kane Chavez, junior Chase Massey, and senior Noah Soptic. And on the line, junior Samuel French, and seniors Justin Hagen, Aiden Springer, and Credence Perez. Special teams, your kicker, Alex Whiteside. Punting tonight, Dalton Hargraves. And your returners, Devin Anciso and Hargraves. Captains, Devin Anciso, Noah Soptic, Alex Whiteside, and Dalton Hargraves. Dave, a couple of familiar names there from last year, but I want to start off with the senior captain, Devin Anciso, almost 400 yards all-purpose last week, and really led this West Valley Ram offense.
In all phases, too. He's coming out of the backfield, one of the best running backs in the state at that level, and exciting to watch. Can break tackles in the open field, incredibly dangerous. Also catches the ball out of the backfield, great safety net. You're going to see a bunch of screen passes today and getting him involved in the offense. And then the special teams as well, kick returner and returning punts, just trying to get the football in his hands as much as possible. And as he goes, the West Valley offense goes.
And also want to start things off here with a more family dental Roots to Victory by Dr. Demo. Dave, we talked about this a little bit pregame as the Rams take the field here. And we got a Ram contingency in front of us, which is nice. But take care of the football, Dave. Root to Victory number 1.
Yeah, I think the turnovers can absolutely kill you, especially away game. You know, you mentioned the fans here, great turnout from Lakeland. We can tell this is a huge deal for this community, and it's always tough to travel that far as well and get rolling in a football game. Last thing you want to do is turn that football over and put your defense in a tough spot. Also, have to control the line of scrimmage. I mean, I think we're bigger than they are, just doing the math on paper. We have some big boys up front. Use that weight, use that power, and try and control that line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And then also minimize the penalties. Early in the season, this is only the second game of West Valley. This will be the fourth game for Lakeland. So early in the season, we've seen it in the past. Some penalties, a little bit of a problem. Want to minimize those as best we can. And then the turnover battle. We talked about protecting the football, but take that thing away. The best way to get the crowd out of the football game early or put your offense in a great spot, try and turn that football over. You'll see the offense from this Lakeland football team and a lot of running, some receivers kind of play action off of that. So, man, would love to win that Moore Family Dental turnover chain that we'll try and bring you if we can get the football in the hands of the Rams.
Well, those are the Moore Family Dental Routes to Victory, sponsored by Moore Family Dental. You will know from the moment you make that first call to their office that they're truly concerned about all your dental needs. Offering a variety of dental services, they know that every great smile that leaves their office is the sign that they have done their job to provide the highest level of care in the industry. If you or your family are in need of dental care, give them a call today, 509-457-4532.
Where did you get that?
Hey, we're coming in hot here from
Where
Rathdrum,
did you pull that out of? I did not know that was going down.
And boy, these guys are getting set also here, Dave, as we got some obstructions in front of the camera. Kevin Moore over there on the camera crew, but they got the music blaring, and we are getting set here as we got the flag and the players coming across, and unfortunately on your screen we got a nice green sign here from a fan right in front of our camera, but that's okay. Hopefully it's a non-issue tonight. We just got to kind of roll with it, folks. It is we are in their house, and it is a packed one. I can't even actually see half the field right now. I got about a 20-yard line of sight, and a head in the lower left screen and a sign in the right. So we'll see how it goes here on the Bighorn Network. But we are happy.
We've had some tough ones in the past. We've had some tough scenarios in the past, Mike. This might be one of our top ones here where they're putting us. So we'll see how this broadcast goes. Trying to bring it to you the best we can.
And we're getting set here, I believe, for the national anthem. We'll cut over to the PA announcer here for a moment.
Yakima, Washington, to historic Corbett Field for an evening of Idaho football. Tonight's game features the visiting West Valley Rams.
Let's go, Lakewood!
Lakeland!
Over there is just do the best you can.
Lakeland Athletics extends a huge thank you to the incredible Lakeland community for your support of the Lakeland Supplemental Levy.
Well, we're in their house.
Because of your commitment, all Lakeland School District 272 athletics will continue to thrive, giving our students a chance to compete, grow, and succeed.
Get the flag.
We also want to recognize the District 1 officials tonight.
So you get like the horse.
Lakeland Athletics thanks you for serving our community and our state so selflessly. Coaches, athletes, and guests, please honor this game by showing sportsmanship, respect, and integrity throughout the contest. And remember the words of the great Bob Ryan who said, always be a good sport. Be a good sport always. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and place your right hand over your heart. At this time, I invite all veterans and current service members to please be recognized by rendering a hand salute. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem by the Lakeland High School Band.
We are back here on the Bighorn Network. Boy, we got some fireworks going off here, all right, too.
Woo! All right.
We got a horse flag.
Yeah, we got
horse here.
horses.
We got fireworks.
flags.
We got barbecue.
Man.
A lot of chaos right now, but beautiful job by the Lakeland High School marching band and with the national anthem presentation. And we are set here for football at Corbett Field, live from Rathdrum, Idaho. This is Mike Moore alongside Dr. Demo David Moore. And we have Kevin Moore and James Mataia, a couple of West Valley Ram basketball players over there on the camera, trying to get their elbows in amongst the crowd too, Dave. So
right in front of the concessions, and they got a
boy, howdy.
Yeah, keep your head on a swivel over there, boys.
An interesting evening of football, but we are excited for the start here in our first game of the season from the Bighorn Network. Right before the break, we were talking about those, or right before we cut over, we were talking about those keys to victory, Dave, and that turnover battle as the captains get set here to take midfield. Devin Anciso, Noah Soptic, Alex Whiteside, and Dalton Hargraves. But, another thing to discuss pregame here is just kind of that poise that the entire team showed, and especially junior quarterback Drayden Burley in that last game. They just kept getting, just taking punches really, and answered back, and then in overtime, that key touchdown made the extra point. North Creek missed theirs, but a huge victory after a canceled game on Friday where you're supposed to have the home field advantage.
Right.
You pack your bags, you head over to Seattle, North Seattle, and, man, you really got to get mentally reset. So a nice job by head coach Ryan Scott and his entire staff to come out of Seattle with a victory. Hopefully we can come out of here with one as well and move to 2-0.
Well, going to North Creek last year, it was a much different story. We know that's a good football team. We know their fans come out to that game. And to come out of there with a victory, as you mentioned, Mike, with all the distractions that you could have made an excuse for, they kept battling some turnovers early, some mistakes early, and just kind of keeping in it. The offense getting the points when they needed them, and then getting that extra point late to come home with a W. I mean, it's huge, and you get a little momentum coming all the way over here to northern Idaho, but you're kind of doing the same thing once again, aren't you? And so you ask for just a little bit more of that resilience. Obviously a non-league game, but you'd like to kind of fix a little bit of those mistakes you saw last week in Bothell, and we'll see how clean they come out. It's a long bus ride. They're staying in a hotel over here, so a lot of distractions, and hopefully they come out to play. But I will say, an absolutely beautiful night for football, and couldn't ask for a better sort of weather and environment to play in. Huh?
That wind we had in that first game, in the 4 o'clock game with the C team.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, that flag was right to left the entire time, standing at attention, and now it just seems like the football gods have just, like,
smiling on the varsity squads.
Absolutely.
And, of course, last year, West Valley, a 4-6 record, 2-4 in the conference, finishing 4th in that Columbia Basin Big Nine, and already 1-0. Would like to make a statement with a win here today, playing at Sela next week, so they don't have to travel for once early in this season very far. But, some momentum here. I'd love to keep it going, and hopefully they show up to play tonight. I'm looking forward to first in football.
Well, Rams are going to receive here. Dalton Hargraves, the junior standout. Excited to see him play. Sat out last year due to injury. Dalton, an impact player last game as well. And, man, Dave, I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough going here to be able to see what is going on. I may have to change my vantage point, use my height, and get up here to a different area because I got a feeling we're going to have a lot of obstructions. We are right next to the main thoroughfare. But I got it here now as a kick over to Hargraves. He's going to field it at about the 8-yard line, and he's going to reverse it to Anciso who makes a cut, goes down, slides down at about the 19. We got a flag back here at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I think they're going to get number 71, Austin Ross, with a holding penalty. So this may be coming back a little bit further. We'll see where they spot the ball to open it up. West Valley loves to kind of run that reverse on that kickoff, and well scouted by the Lakeland special teams. And we'll see where this goes. We mentioned limiting penalties already. First play on special teams might be heading back a little bit.
Once again, thank you for joining us here on the Bighorn Network. Mike Moore alongside Dr. Demo David Moore. We got Big Kev on the camera with his buddy James Mataio over there, working hard tonight for everybody at home. Appreciate you joining us. West Valley on their initial drive here. Drayden Burley. Couple receivers here on the near side. On the far side. And Cecil going to get the handoff, makes a little jump cut. Bounces outside. Boy, I'll tell you what, if you're arm tackling Devin Anciso, he's going to get out of him. And that's a nice little 3-yard carry hitting the backfield. But Anciso just will not go down with those arm tackles on the high end.
Yeah, you got a little taste of it right there, didn't you? Man, right when you think you have him lined up. Devin Anciso, 5'7", 165 pounds, one of the best running backs in the conference. And, man, we'll be calling his name all night. Just a great initial run. Probably stopped at the line of scrimmage. Keep battling for that extra yard or two.
Snap over the head of Burley. And Anciso grabs it, trying to get out of the end zone. He does not. So that is a safety to start things off in this ball game. Unfortunate miscue for the Rams as that snap was just high. And Anciso did his best to return it, but he gets tackled about 3 yards deep. And that will be the first scoring here tonight. And some fireworks.
Oof, tough. I think that was on the center, Mike. None of the offensive line or wide receivers or Drayden Burley sort of was expecting that. Flew right past his head, and I saw the center kind of put his hands on his head afterwards like, oh, man, I think that was on me. Nice try by Anciso to get it out of the end zone, but not a great start for West Valley.
Lakeland takes an early 2-0 lead, 11:09 to go here, first quarter. Rams on their opener, high snap in the end zone, unable to get it out. And a safety by this 3-0 Lakeland Hawk defense. Not what you're looking for if you're head coach Ryan Scott. We got to punt it away here. Ball at the 20-yard line, kick it away. Alex Whiteside with the duties here. A nice little squib and a bounce at the 40. Picked up the 35. And Lakeland across midfield to the 45-yard line. Pretty good field position here for their offense.
Number 84, Oscar Anderson making the tackle on the play.
Yeah, tough start for this West Valley squad. Exactly what you didn't want. You're getting the football to open up the game. Offense is moving, and second play of the game flies right by you for a safety. So, remember, same sort of thing in that Super Bowl with the Broncos and Seahawks, Mike. Just, you know, the crowd maybe into it a little bit of jitters, kind of getting your feet underneath you, and I think the center just had that off.
Lakeland Hawks handoff on the first play of the game, trying to find some running room around the outside is Griffin Tamani, but we got a flag here. Jack Goodrich on the tackle for West Valley, and this is going to go against Lakeland, so that's going to march them back 10 yards to about the 45-yard line. Going to call Tamani's name a lot out of the backfield.
Tamani, 5'10", 170-pound junior. Going to do a bulk of the ball handling carries for Lakeland football. Lakeland coming out in that shotgun set with the offset back slot receiver. Send it in motion.
Peyton Hillman hands off over the left side and finding some running room. Another name we're going to hear a lot tonight, Jace Taylor, one of their standout receivers, who gets that carry there for about 9 yards.
Just a little fly sweep. You're going to get that ball as a quarterback. It's actually kind of comes out as a pass. You just pitch that up. Dalton Hargraves coming down from that safety position. Nice open field tackle. Really tough when the wide receiver has an open field and some steam on him for a safety to kind of wrap up the legs. But a great open field tackle. Still 2nd and 11 after the holding penalty after a gain of about 9.
Just getting going here, first quarter, 10:15 to go. Rams with the turnover on their opening possession. Weaving his way through the line is Tamani with a huge gain and a first down pickup.
Just slicing his way through that line. You're going to take the outside linebacker, and if you put him on that outside edge, that's a huge hole you're opening up right on the side. And great offensive play call by head coach Mike Schroeder of Lakeland just to call that right where the blitzing linebacker was vacating, and a huge gain to move the chains.
1st and 10, a carry over the right side. That's Taylor, going to pick up 4 yards.
Another nice tackle by Dalton Hargraves. Man, you know, he's just fun to watch. We didn't get to see him as much last year with the injury. Saw him as a freshman, actually. That was great. We're looking forward to a good season for him last year, and for the unfortunate injury was out for pretty much the entire year, and still only a junior. So he's looking to have a huge season. 5'10", 175 pounds. You'll hear his name on both sides of the ball, and really fun to watch.
Hillman looking to pass.
Nice.
And gets knocked down. Chase Massey coming from that linebacker position. 6'1", 195-pound junior with the play.
Good thing he did, too, because that flat was wide open. Nobody on that sort of slot back going into the flat. Massey just getting his hands on that. But that would have been a big play if that was completed. So huge area to put them in 3rd and long here.
Looks like the Hawks need to get up to about the 21-yard line. Hillman taking a shot. Boy, coming up, unable to make a tackle. And first down reception for Lakeland. And a big first down play.
Yeah, I think that was number 3, Donovan Mallon, just coming up, had him right there, came from his receiver to get that out route and just could not wrap him up, and then no one behind him to make the tackle. Lakeland in business inside the red zone, marching.
Cash Lund on the reception for Lakeland, as they have first down and goal from the 9-yard line. A carry over the right side, breaking tackles, and this is going to be a Lakeland Hawks touchdown. Tamani with the carry from 9 yards out, and the Hawks extend their lead 8-0.
They're going to stack that left side, fake the fly, sort of swing pass over to the left. Mallon again had him in the open field, just could not wrap him up one more time, and marches into the end zone.
Extra point attempt, high snap, but kick is up, and it is good. So 9-0 lead here for Lakeland Hawks. Our first break to tell you about Washington Fruit. Looking for the freshest locally grown fruit in Yakima? Washington Fruit has been serving our community with premium apples, cherries, pears, and more. Whether you're shopping for your family or sourcing for your business, Washington Fruit delivers quality you can trust. Washington Fruit, the taste of Washington in every bite. Thank you for being a proud 2025 Rams booster supporter. So let's see if the Rams can shore things up here, Dave, after a turnover on that first play of the game, or second play of the game. Yeah,
tough start for this West Valley squad. had an opportunities there, just some missed tackles early. 9 minutes left to go in this first quarter, already down 9-0, and you received the kickoff to start the game. So like to turn some of this momentum around. Obviously on this drive, going to take moving the sticks a little bit. Don't have to do everything in one play. Just kind of get back into the swing of things.
Looks like Dalton Hargrave is going to bring it out. He's got some running room, lowers his shoulder, and just bowls through a Lakeland Hawk defender to the 35-yard line. But man, he hit a seam there. Nice acceleration from Dalton Hargraves.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. Again, we mentioned him on defense, but you get the ball in his hands, man, he can do some damage too. Split right up the seam. Thought he might break that a little bit. Had a chance. Just kind of got brought down and ran over somebody as he's marching down. But Hargraves, a captain on this squad, just as a junior, one of the best in the conference, and he's going to be fun to see him progress this season.
First down and 10 for the Rams. Second possession of the ball game here. Another high snap, and Dalton Hargraves is going to get it around the right side. And he is going to get wrapped up and dropped. That's going to be about a 6-yard loss for Dalton.
Got a little tricky on this one. Thought the ball was going to, they fake the kind of read option, and then Hargraves with the pitch. But by the time he gets that pitch, man, he's about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage and just no room over there. Good job staying home by the Lakeland defense. That's going to be a huge loss on first down.
Second down and 16. Rams need to get up to the 45-yard line. Burley rolls near side, nothing doing. And he is just going to scramble forward, maybe a pickup of 2 up to about the 31-yard line, but this is going to bring up a third down and long.
They did a good job of sealing the edge. Parker Mills, the big left tackle, doing a good job kind of sealing that up. Burley had time, no one in front of him, but just couldn't find a receiver down the field. Tuck it and run and live to fight another down.
Got to think early on. Need to pick this up here and get a little bit of momentum. It's all Lakeland side thus far with 4 minutes gone in the ball game. Burley taking a shot over the middle, has Dalton Hargraves with a reception at the 42. Still on his feet. Dalton Hargraves down to the 20. Breaking tackle all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Nice. You bet.
Dalton Hargraves.
Well, it starts with the protection up front. Good protection, split the corner in the safety late getting there, and then Hargraves just kind of ducking under some really high neck tackles and getting right down the field. You nailed it, Mike. That's exactly what you needed. Get some momentum, get some yardage, move the sticks, but an absolutely huge play in this game, if nothing else, just to kind of get rolling a little bit and wake these guys up after a 9-0 deficit.
First down and goal. Rams entice this aggressive Lakeland Hawk defense to encroach, so they're going to get half the distance.
Man, that seems to work every single year, doesn't it, Mike? It's just we've seen them do it time and time again, and it was a kind of a mainstay from Dan Iman, and of course now with Ryan Scott. And man, I feel like the success rate on that is pretty darn high.
Devin Anciso looking for pay dirt. He gets stood up at about the 1-yard line, so just a 2-yard pickup there for Anciso, close to getting in, but this was set up by a third down and long. 65-yard completion from Drayton Burley to Dalton Hargraves. Hargraves caught it about the 40 and 30 or 35-yard line, and about 30 yards after the catch, Dave, and just a great play to get set up West Valley here on this second down and goal. 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Devin Anciso will.
He's in. My
Gotta
goodness.
be in there, doesn't he?
Yes.
Looks like he's a yard deep, and he is. Devin Anciso with a West Valley Rams touchdown. And there we go. Huge play, gets you right back in it, and kind of same thing, just similar as last week, Dave. You know, get punched, get punches thrown at you here, and just answer back.
Well, when you have a big arm at quarterback and you're in Burley and you're running that run and shoot offense, of course you want to go through Enciso in the backfield, but man, that opens up the ball game, doesn't it?
And Rams try for the 2-point conversion, and Enciso is able to punch it in, so the Rams get a couple back, and it is 9-8 here. We are in business.
I didn't have 9-8 with 7 minutes left to go on the bingo card, Mike, but here we are.
Well, you know, we're across state lines, Demo. You never know what you're going to get. First time I think we've ever been across state lines, so it's all new. It's all good. Rathdrum, the community obviously out here in droves to support their Lakeland Hawks team, but they have just witnessed the Rams answer right back after a hot start from the Hawks. But it is 9-8. Rams set up from a 65-yard pass and catch. Drayton Burley to Dalton Hargraves. And Devin Enciso takes care of the rest from a couple yards out, and here we go.
Man, they needed that too. 3rd and long, and you know, your second snap of the game goes into the end zone. Lakeland takes it right down and scores, and you're 3rd and a mile, and to deliver that, man, you are right back in this football game. An absolutely huge play by Burley and Hargraves. Man, impressive.
Ball fielded at the 5-yard line. And a nice return all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Going to get pushed forward. Now we got a late flag coming in here. We'll see what that's all about. But as of now, that ball's at the 42.
I think they might get a hold here on Lakeland, Mike, unless somebody got the face mask. But
trying to see here what the call is. Personal foul of sorts, and looks like a unsportsmanlike. So I didn't see it, Dave, but hey, we'll take it. That's 15 yards. Pushes the ball back to the 27-yard line after a nice return. So 1st down and 10. Lakeland's second drive of the ball game here. He scored a safety on West Valley's opening drive after a high snap into the end zone. And they were able to punch it in on their opening drive on offense. A decent field position last possession, but now starting at the 27. And Tamani, just a shifty runner out of the backfield all the way across midfield down to the 47-yard line.
They drew it up right. Kane Chavez had him just in the open field. You know, tough to cover that pitch. Nobody on the near sideline with trips on the far sideline. Safety's over there, has to cover that, and he beats Chavez and turns into a huge play as they move the field right on the other side. 40-yard line, Lakeland moving.
33-yard carry for Tamani. As Taylor going to get the ball around the right side. And he's going to be tripped up, but another huge play for this Lakeland offense, Dave. They are moving the ball with ease right now. That's a 9-yard carry.
And they're finding it on the edges. You have to get a seal out there. On a 3-4 defense, that outside linebacker has to force those runs inside or drag that out so they can't just turn up the field. Need a little bit more contain on the outside or have those safeties coming down, but you open yourself up for some play action. But outside linebacker play, got to get outside and keep them in.
5:20 here, first quarter. Taking a shot downfield, and that is going to be a Lakeland Hawk touchdown.
Wow.
Impressive so far offensively, Demo. That's a 31-yard pitch and catch.
I'll tell you what, you know, Jack Goodrich out there on the far sideline, I feel like he had pretty good coverage. No safety help over the top, and, man, that is exactly how you draw it up as an offense. That ball was absolutely perfectly placed on the outside shoulder. Not a straight fly route, but kind of a fade where you're going to run straight and fade out towards that end pylon. And that is tough to do in high school football. He laid that right over the top, an absolute seed. And Lakeland coming right down the field. That did not take long.
2 offensive possessions, 2 scores for Lakeland. I'll get that scoreboard updated right now as they missed the extra point. It is 8-15. Right now I want to tell you about All Safe Storage. Need more space? All Safe has you covered. With 2 convenient Yakima locations, including our West Valley site, we offer 400 clean, secure units with climate-controlled options, top-notch security, and friendly local service. Call All Safe Storage today at 509-823-4370, 509-823-4370, and make space for what matters most. Demo, need this defense to get a stop here, short things up a little bit, but man, this Lakeland Hawks offense looks pretty good. It is their 4th game of the season, so
well, on both,
maybe not comparing apples and apples. I mean, that's a huge advantage early on.
In all facets, they can run the football, they can run inside the tackles, they can run to the outside with a lot of speed and quickness. They're able to throw the football deep. Man, that is that's an impressive offensive squad. Defense is going to have their hands cut out for them, or you shoot it out with them, Mike. You know, you just end up kind of like last week with the score of 39-38.
Yeah.
It turns into a shootout, and luckily for West Valley, they can handle a shootout. They have the capability on offense. They have the quarterback and the line play and the wide receivers. So, they're by no means out of this, but you're right. Defense, man, they are going to have their work cut out for them.
3rd possession here for West Valley. First drive ended in a safety. 2nd drive ended in a West Valley Ram touchdown, a 2-yard punch in from Enciso. Set up by a 65-yard completion from Drayden Burley to Dalton Hargraves on a 3rd down and long. A beautiful throw from Burley and Hargraves. 25-30 yards after the catch, just fighting defenders. Did a nice job of setting up the Rams as Burley, quick drop, has Jack Goodrich or Alex Whiteside on the near side here for a couple yards.
Like the misdirection, you're going to pump right, turn left. Nice throw from Burley. Whiteside trying to make something up, but we'll take that on 1st down, gain of about 4 or 5, and you'll take that all day. Good protection up front, too. That is one thing. The offensive line, they are looking good. Not a lot of penetration, and I like our boys up front. They, we have some height in there, and, of course, kind of anchored by number 77, Parker Mills. I like our line and how they're looking right now.
Drayden Burley trying to set up a screen, and that is knocked down. Looking for Enciso. Lakeland defense not buying it. And that's what you need if on that screen. Obviously, all the defensive linemen let through, but, man, I like the play call to Enciso.
So they're going to blitz from the outside, and that outside linebacker is going to kind of come in, just gets a hand on it. But if you're going to do a screen, you know you're going to have linemen in your face. It's not a bullet throw. It's an over-the-top throw because you know they're going to be right on top of you. And you throw that over the top, and you kind of pin them and use their aggressiveness against them. You try and, throw a bullet in there, and that's what happens with the lineman right on top of you.
Looks like they're going to get West Valley for a false start, so it's going to move us back 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
2nd penalty for the Rams for 10 yards.
And thanks for joining us here on the Bighorn Network. Mike Moore alongside Dr. Demo, Dave Moore. Live football action from Rathdrum, Idaho at Lakeland High School, Corbett Field. Big 3rd down here. Burley.
Come
for
on.
Hargraves,
You betcha.
I think was held coming out of that break, Dave.
Absolutely.
And they're going to get a little penalty here.
Way down the field. Referees all over it. Quick to pull the flag. It's going to be a defensive pass interference.
Don't think this is going to give them enough for a 1st down. I think it's going to be
it is.
3rd down and 1.
No, they're going to move the sticks.
They are going to move it. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Rams' 2nd 1st down of the ball game. First one, of course, that huge pass play, but I like the way we're throwing the football here. Good protection. He's got time. Some good wide receivers. And then that'll also open up Anciso in the running game.
Drayden Burley finds.
Oh, my goodness. Darn it.
Receiver here.
I think they're going to get Alex Whiteside for a hold. Man, maybe it was early. I didn't quite see it. He kind of threw his hands up just using his body, but let's see if I can see it on the replay here.
He goes Chase.
Yeah, maybe just a hold here, but a good pitch and catch. Burley had somebody in his face, kind of threw that one falling backwards, and a nice firm throw. That was wide open receiver, nice pitch and catch. Whiteside just getting a little too much jersey. Still going to be a gain on the play even after the penalty. So
a 5-yard pickup. Rams and Chase Massey on the reception. Burley's third completion. A little pitch to Dalton Hargraves. Makes a cut, but he has stood up and dropped. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up second down, 3:40 to go here, first quarter.
Trying to stretch that defense. Man, they got a lot of guys in the box, I feel like, blitzing a lot of linebackers. But when you're doing those pitches, man, you're really starting off pretty far back behind the line of scrimmage. You know, one of the things with just turning around and handing the ball off, you get some forward momentum, and you're only, 3-4 yards behind the center. When you're pitching it backwards like that, you're starting 6-7 yards, and you're moving sideways instead of north and south. So it's the second time we've seen that. Both of them been losses on the play.
Trips here near side. Burley looking the other way.
Ooh, nice.
As a receiver open, and that is going to be a first down across. I was not sure. This flag down at about the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the call is here. That was Dalton on the reception. This is going to be a holding on West Valley, so that's going to march us back on second down.
Yeah, I think that was on the left guard, just kind of coming through, pitching with the center, and defensive lineman kind of going to the outside, just kind of got tackled there for another 10-yard penalty. That's already 4 penalties for 30 yards by this offense.
Clock moving here, 2:47. Burley hands the ball off to Anciso.
Oh, man, he was one break away.
Ooh, wanted to call that one. He was close to breaking that. Once he gets out into open field, impossible to bring down, but just a couple yard carry for Anciso, his 4th of the game.
But you can see what the passing game does to open up those running lanes. Man, they're crowding the box, and then you're throwing some passes. You're having some confidence there, getting it to the outside. Then you start finding those seams with Anciso, and he can really hurt you. So I think things are going according to plan here with this offense.
Got some third down music coming from the press box.
Well, they're a little late getting that music off, too. I think there was one play the music was still going while they snap it. I'm not sure you're supposed to be able to do that.
Burley drops back. And he gets flushed out under pressure, and he's just going to step out of bounds.
Going to get rid of that.
Loss of a few on third down.
Burley on the carry. Zavaklam chasing him out of bounds.
So that's going to bring up 4th and about 13.
Where are they marching this? Like,
boy, we got a penalty downfield, Dave. I didn't see the flag at all.
You're not seeing much of anything over there, Mike. You got a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of commotion in front of us, but we'll get through it. 4th down and a couple here.
So they lost their down and a penalty, so it must have been and now they're going to kind of try and figure things out here.
Yeah.
Timeout, Lakeland Hawks.
So it looks like the Hawks are going to take a timeout. We will stay with you here from Rathdrum, Idaho. Just an opportunity to thank another one of our sponsors, Blessing Healthcare Infusion and Wellness. At Blessing Healthcare Infusion and Wellness in Yakima, we believe your health journey should be as unique as you are. That's why we provide truly personalized care, from effective weight loss solutions to advanced age management therapies, all tailored to help you feel and look your best. Take the next step toward a healthier you. Call Blessing Healthcare at 509-248-0497. That's 509-248-0497. Thank you to Blessing Healthcare Infusion and Wellness for your support of the 2025 West Valley Rams. 148 to go. Lakeland burns their first timeout of the half, up 15-8. Not sure what that penalty was, Demo. I'm really having a hard time seeing the field here at times, but I think we may have a timeout now for West Valley. So I think they wanted to see that defense. And West Valley head coach Ryan Scott wants to talk things over. Just another opportunity to thank one of our sponsors, Central Washington Refrigeration. Building world-class cooling systems that keep our region's food processing, storage, and manufacturing industries running strong. From Yakima to Portland and beyond, CWR delivers innovation, integrity, and service that goes the extra mile. Learn more at cwrcentral.com. Here we go, big fourth down play coming up for this West Valley Ram offense. Need to get out to just beyond the 40-yard line. Drayden Burley, Danciso in the backfield with them. And this is going to be played at Dalton Hargraves. Tries to find some running room, break tackles. I do not think he got there, Dave. Tried to stretch it out as far as he could. With that play long developing, and the Lakeland defense all over it. Turnover on downs for the Rams.
Yeah, they had it too. They had what they wanted. They loaded the box, and so they wanted to get outside, see if he could turn that corner. Tried to seal the edge, but just too long to develop. Nice job by Lakeland defense of sort of stretching that play out, and just about a yard short there. Going to turn the ball over in West Valley territory.
Handoff over the right side. And getting tackled out of bounds by Chase Massey and company for Littleton O'Gain. A second down. 1:35 to go here, first quarter.
Really tough. And we can kind of see what Lakeland's trying to do now. They're pulling the guards. They're putting those over and trying to just overload in terms of number of bodies against number of defenders. We got some beef up front. We got the size difference. But, man, they just put themselves into kind of good positions where people are pulling and
swing pass out on the far side. Jack Goodrich with the tackle. Nice job out there in single coverage.
That was tough right there. They just ran the play to the right. Now they're going to fake that play action. Everybody's staying home on the far sideline, which is exactly what you need to do in a very short game. Takes a lot of discipline to do that. You see the ball going over there, and you want to kind of chase after it, but play action, and they're coming right back to you, and everybody's staying home, and nice open field tackle.
This Lakeland offense, Dave, calling a lot of the same kids' names tonight. But Hillman dropping back. Now he gets flushed out. Looking for somebody.
No way.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Cash Lund. Nice job on defense out there. Donovan Malland. Noah Soptic on coverage.
They wanted that out and up route. You're going to have trips receivers. They want that out and up, but good job staying home. Staying to the outside, and even if he catches that ball, I think we're right on top of it. And so here we go. Now we're going the other way, right? Need a fourth down stop here if you're this defensive squad. And nice to see them put up a little bit more of a fight than earlier in this ball game. So big stop right here.
Griffin Tamani comes into motion here near side. Hillman looking his way. Oh, nice. Incomplete. We will take it. Boy, I think that was Donovan Mallon, Demo. Did I get that right? Thought he may have had a pick, but incomplete.
They're going to try and stretch the defense with the motion, and then you're going to take that slot back and just a little out route. Thought he might have had it. Just went right off of his gloves there.
That was Kane Chavez on coverage, Dave.
Yeah, and breaks West Valley way. Absolutely.
So West Valley offense back out after the defense holds. Gets the turnover on downs. Drayden Burley gonna hand off to Anciso, who makes a cut. Anciso into open field, cross the 50, loses the football. I think he got it back, Dave.
They
but that
called
ball's
him
still
down.
on the ground.
They called him down.
I don't think so, Dave. They're gonna give this back to Lakeland here. Let's see.
Oh yeah, the referee right on top of it. He was all over that. I think he did lose the football. He got it back and was down, and then got it ripped out again, I think is what they're calling. And the near side official is gonna call him. So, but a nice run, man. Finally got some room. I don't know how many broken tackles were in there, Mike, but he had a couple, and just nailing through that line of scrimmage. And if you try and arm tackle Devin Anciso, it's gonna be a long night for you. You can see why right there.
So first down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Trying for that little dig screen, incomplete to Hargraves.
I'd love to take that linebacker, and he's kind of lined up inside the defensive end and just blitz them right on the outside. Parker Mills put in a really tough spot. He's got to take the guy inside out, and you need Anciso to sneak over and pick up that blitzing linebacker from the edge. And just a little too much pressure there, and that's what throws off the timing of those dig screens and things like that, is just too much pressure too quickly. You know you're going to have guys coming in, and you're kind of playing on the aggressiveness of the defense, but, man, you throw off the timing and just no shot right there.
Second down and 10 coming up. Drayden Burley taking a shot downfield. That is incomplete, intended for Alex Whiteside. That's going to bring up third down. Clock stopped just at 2 seconds.
No separation here on the near sideline. Whiteside just running kind of a straight fly route. Corner press coverage, and just that little pop kind of threw him off of his route. Not playing off in there, and tough read from Burley. Kind of locked in on his receiver and floated it up, but just no room to make a catch.
So here we go. Third down and 10. 2 seconds to go here in the quarter. Last play. Drayden Burley rolling out to his right. He has a receiver open at the 32-yard line. Pass complete. And we got a flag though, Demo.
Oh boy.
Ouch.
Man, great protection up front too. I think they're going to call him for a hold, but Parker Mills, I did not see a hold there on the replay, but saw someone go down and maybe it got a little handsy. Referee pretty quick to throw that flag. Thought that was pretty good blocking up front by the Rams. Really impressed by Parker Mills. That's tough to do as a tackle from the tackle position, and good job working inside out by the senior.
Well, that will do it for the first quarter. We're going to take a break. Live from Lakeland High School in Rathdrum, Idaho. West Valley 8, Lakeland Hawks 15. We're back here on a big third down play for West Valley. Burley drops back, finds Hargraves on the screen, but he's going to come up well short, just gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring out the punt team. So 4th down.
3rd and a mile. Game slowing down a little bit. Don't want to do anything. Don't want to turn the football over. Don't want to do anything stupid on offense. Nice conservative pass. Just hit the dig route and see if he can get some open space, but not much there. Burley kind of having to throw that on his back foot, fading backwards, and just not a lot of room. Punting situation for the Rams.
Dalton Hargraves lets it go. A nice hang time. Fair catch at the 20-yard line. And so Lakeland will take over here on offense, but an opportunity for us to talk to you about Jeremy Kelly over at Edward Jones, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 3913 Creekside Loop, Suite B. For more information, visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Ram defense back out on the field. Nice job last possession, forcing the Lakeland offense off here, and they really have shored things up, Dave.
Man, that was a nice punt, too, by Dalton Hargraves. He got all of that one. Good hang time.
And a keeper from Hillman breaks a tackle. He gets out to the 42-yard line. So a 20-yard pickup on 1st down as Hillman calls his own number.
Ooh, nice little fake there, the little pitch, and just tucking that, breaks the tackle. Man, this kid can run, too. Really impressed by Hillman in this football game. He can deliver the football in the air, and you just saw what he could do with his legs.
Definitely more agile than me getting over this concrete step, Demo. I almost needed medics up here. I think I may have tweaked a knee, but that's okay.
I almost went down over there.
Wow. Handoff by Tamani. Nice 6-yard carry near the midfield stripe.
Man, Noah Sopcich coming down from that safety position. Whew. He had a full head of steam, went right for the kneecaps, and he is not afraid to hit. We've called his name so many times on this broadcast. Had a great year last year, and good to see him kind of develop as a player, senior this year. Love watching him play.
And Tamani, boy, he is a force to be reckoned with here. Really able to find a seam in the defensive front. And 10-yard carry and 1st down.
Sopcich again with the tackle. He's having a pretty good game, but you don't like your safety to make all the tackles for you, Mike. It means those guys are a little bit further down the field. Feel like we're getting some hands on him, but yeah, he's a load running through that line of scrimmage. They're going to come back in the I formation here, fullback.
Tamani again over the right side. Puts on a hit. And that will be about a 5-yard pickup. Goodrich with the tackle.
And this is fairly new, Mike, but we're going to see number 77, Parker Mills, check in here on the defensive line. We know what he can do on the basketball court. We know what he can do as an offensive tackle, but yeah, he's playing a little defense here too, right on the right defensive tackle position.
Boy, a handoff over the left side, busting up through for West Valley, Noah Sopcich. Nice job of sniffing that out. This is Chase Massey, sorry. Nice job of sniffing that out.
Maybe 4 down territory here for Lakeland, so big play. Defense has really shown up. Had a little bit of a tough start to this football game, but yeah, nice to see them sort of turn it on, playing a lot better here in this 2nd quarter.
I think we're going to have a false start, so this is going to push Lakeland back 5 yards and bring up about a 3rd and 8. Much more manageable for this West Valley Ram defense. 8:42 to go in the half.
4 penalties for 33 yards for this Lakeland squad. And there's been a little bit of laundry on the field here during this football game. Referee's doing a nice job.
Big third down coming up for this West Valley Ram defense. See if we can get a stop here. Force Lakeland to make a decision. Little swing pass near side.
Oh, my goodness.
Breaking tackles. And getting that first down yardage on the 9-yard pickup. Mills' helmet came off. He's going to have to leave the field.
Yeah, it was number 71, Austin Ross. Thought he had him sort of in the backfield, just couldn't wrangle him up. He was there, but just went a little too high on the shoulder pads. Turned into a first down. Again, that Lakeland team, you know, they bunch everybody inside. Everybody's in the box, and then they pitch it out. You know, they get it outside and let them do some work in the open field.
First down and 10 from the 33. Hillman drops back, takes a shot downfield. And boy, I think they're going to get West Valley for a defensive pass interference here, Dave. Looked like they were kind of locked up deep down around the goal line.
Yeah, I think that was number 3, Donovan Mallon. You know, he was in good coverage, but he turned the wrong way. So you're running with that guy, and you need to turn to the inside. He kind of turns to the outside and then has to flip around kind of 270 degrees and then try to find the ball, and you run right into the receiver when you do that. He was in good position. Keep that guy on your hip and turn to the inside shoulder to defend that ball and find it. He just kind of turned the wrong way. Then he ends up behind the receiver and gets flagged for the play anyways.
First down and 10 from the 15. A little toss around the near side. And I think that might be a touchdown, Demo Cash Lund. With an 18-yard reception technically, but touchdown nonetheless for Lakeland, their 3rd touchdown of the ball game. Peyton Hillman's 2nd.
Cash Lund. Touchdown off.
They got a few weapons, pretty good offensively.
Well, multiple formations too. You know, they're not just lining up in the eye or lining up in the shotgun. They'll come out in the shotgun. They'll spread the field with multiple wide receivers. They'll bring everybody in tight. Really hard to defend the multiple formations that they have. And you know, from a personnel standpoint, it's tough. It's tough for the outside linebackers to know where you're at and what you're responsible for, and have everybody do all these different responsibilities. Man, that's yeah, they can do it a lot of different ways. To your point, you're right on.
Take a moment to talk about fencing and awning. Looking for quality fencing and or awnings? Fencing and Awning Inc. has you covered, from chain link and wood fences to elegant ornamental options and automatic gates. Residential or commercial installs or DIY materials. They do it all. Call 509-248-5117. Thank you to Fencing and Awning for being a 2025 booster sponsor here of your West Valley Rams. Thanks for joining us on the Bighorn Network. 7:38 to go in the half. Lakeland Hawks extend their lead on an 18-yard toss from Peyton Hillman to Cash Lund. Rams going to try and answer back here offensively. Haven't really found a great rhythm. They've had some big plays on offense. But looking to get a nice return here from Dalton Hargraves. He gets stood up at the 28, driven backwards. Would like to see us get a little bit of a rhythm here, moving the ball, but just a sustained drive and answer back.
Those seams are there. You know, the seams are there. I think in trying to get those outside long pass plays, corners, make that read. Are they off the ball or are they on tight coverage? And then with that, look at the safeties and find those seams up the middle. Been so effective in the past. Ryan Scott knows exactly what to call here, and here you go. West Valley coming 4 wide. Look for those slot receivers to open up some room in the middle of the field. They haven't really tested that just the one time, which was the huge pass play. Look at the middle of that field, just wide open.
I think you're going to get a jump here. Encroachment on Lakeland. Going to move the ball 5 yards here for the Rams.
Encroachment into the neutral zone, Lakeland.
This is where you get those deep post routes, those deep seam routes on the inside receiver.
First down and 5 from the 22-yard line. High snap again. And Devin Enciso falls on it.
Yeah, just kind of right over his head. I think we had the snap right in terms of the call this time. Just a little too hot to handle. Just way over. No chance for Burley to kind of latch that one. Sailed right over his head.
Yeah. Seven minutes to go in the half. West Valley now second down. Needs to get all the way up to the 37-yard line. Burley looking downfield, doesn't see anybody, keeps it, and he's going to get wrapped up and drop a couple yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
He had the time, good protecting up front. Burley kind of scanning the field, going to his different options. Lakeland just kind of in that prevent defense, just blitz, just sending 4, and nowhere really to go with the football. So that's good. If it's not there, tuck it. Try and don't turn the ball over, especially with the way this is going, down 22-8, deep on your own side of the field. If it's not there, deep routes, safeties over the top. Tuck it and see if you can get some yardage.
Big third down here for the Rams. Let's see if we can get something downfield. As Burley tucks it again. Doesn't see anything he likes. And that is going to bring on the West Valley punt team, a 3 and out. But really kind of put yourself in that hole with that high snap, Demo.
Yeah, you really did. And then, you know, the defense, of course, playing 12, 15 yards off the ball. Well, double move is not going to work. You know, we're going to call an out and up. Well, they're 15 yards off. They're not going to bite on the 5-yard out route. So really tough to kind of create some separation there. And that's what you get. Nobody's open. I think tough to find anyone down the field there on that. And you're right, Mike. The high snap kind of really killed that drive.
Dalton Hargraves stands at about a 6-yard line. And he looked low one. Hopefully this takes a bounce our way, kind of sideways, but across midfield down to about the 46-yard line. Lakeland with 5 minutes to go here in the half. Plenty of time to add to their lead, up 14. West Valley, just that one score. A huge play on third down from Drayden Burley to Dalton Hargraves for 65 yards, setting up a Devin Enciso punch in from about the 2-yard line. Other than that, and then we capitalized on a 2-point conversion. Other than that, Rams pretty much silent on offense. Haven't really done a whole lot. Burley, just 3 completions so far. Actually, just a couple completions, Demo. I think that one to Massey got called back. A handoff near side to Mani. Not sure what's going on with the sticks, Demo, but on the far side, I think they got a little confused because we were running opposite directions. There we go. We got them straightened out. It's hard from our vantage point to call the yardage without seeing the down markers on the side, but a 6-yard pickup over there for Tamani. 2nd down and 4, clock moving, 4:20. Tries to
There it
find
is.
some running room
There we
up
go.
the middle. Brought down up front, and I believe that's Chase Massey getting in on the action again. Called his name a couple times, having himself a good night finding those running lanes.
Yeah, 3-4 defenses. That's the toughest position on the field, those outside linebackers. Massey doing a nice job tonight. I think filling the running gaps and trying to get into pass coverage. You got to do a little bit of everything if you're a 3-4 outside linebacker. You're going to see him on some blitzes too. But West Valley kind of going more to, 4 down front here to try and combat that running attack.
Hillman looking to pass.
Oh.
As receiver open here,
Yep.
near side.
And we just mentioned it. If you're Massey right there, boom, you see pass, you need to get out into that flat underneath that hitch route. Corner's playing zone right on the outside shoulder, 6-7 yards off the ball. Massey got to get out underneath that, but it's really tough to do. You want to go play the run. You're up there. They've been running the ball really well tonight. Hard to just turn around and get out there, but easy pitch and catch to move the sticks.
Tomini just
Oh, boy.
weaves his way through, and he is still on his feet. All the way up to the 12-yard line. Huge play. Another big gainer for this Hawk offense.
I think you gotta try and plug that hole right through the middle. Man, that's tough. Running backs going so many different directions. They're pulling the guards in up front. So you think you have a line on the ball carrier. All of a sudden, a guard is coming from your side and blocking you and opening up those running lanes. And, West Valley having a tough time to answer the running attack by Lakeland.
Tamani over 100 yards now on that carry unofficially. Do our best up here as always, but never perfect. A little pass. Toss sweep here on the near side. And Cash Lund with about an 8-yard pickup. Now Peyton Hillman over 100 yards passing. 3 or 4 different receivers here tonight. Does a good job of managing this offense. A carry over the right side. Is that Big Parker over there, Demo, 77 on that?
I like him in the defensive tackle position. We kind of mentioned it a little bit last year, like, hey, man, get him on the defensive line. And sure enough, they're going to put him back there this year. And, I mean, he's the biggest player on the team. Parker kind of checking in at 6'6", 295 pounds. And maybe even one of the most athletic kids on the field as well. So use his athleticism, use his size and strength, especially in goal line situations. Absolutely.
On a Lakeland touchdown. Thought we may have had him in the backfield, Dave. That's Peyton Sardina for the Hawks. But touchdown, push the score 28-8. Fireworks going off here again. They even got a drone up there, Demo.
I know, I saw that earlier. I'm looking at these houses, Mike. Man, those are loud Friday nights, isn't it? So you're living right next to this football field. You got fireworks going. You got music blaring, football games. Maybe that's what you're going for. They're probably at the game themselves, I guess. So
little horseback riding.
Yeah, the horses riding back there.
29-8 with the extra point. 2:23 to go. An opportunity for us to talk about Hanson Fruit of Yakima, proudly supporting our West Valley Rams and our West Valley community. Hanson Fruit is dedicated to growing and delivering the highest quality apples and cherries fresh from our orchards to your table since 1948. Hanson family, growing tradition, growing pride. Go Rams. Thank you to Hanson Fruit for your support. Our 2025 West Valley Rams football team. Proud to bring this broadcast here from Rathdrum, Idaho. Population 13,000, but I'll tell you, if you wanted to rob a bank of some sort, so to speak, Dave, everybody's here. I don't think anybody else is in town, so it's empty. There is a line for the concessions about 100 deep, at least, to my direct right. As Anciso gets the reverse man tripped up and goes down, and I did not like how he fell there, Demo.
That was non-contact. Oh, boy. Yikes.
That is not good. We are going to take a break here and come back to you on the Bighorn Network. Well, Devin Anciso walks off the field. Hopefully that young man is all right. Hate to see that. Just went down awkwardly.
Looks like he's walking pretty good, though, over to the sideline. It's a good sign.
Oh, his foot just got caught under him. I don't know if he twisted an ankle or a knee, but
yeah, I'm not
just
sure.
A very awkward play. You hate to see that. So just don't know. 2:19 to go here in the first half. Quick pass out near side. Love the play call to Donovan Malland right there, Demo. Just trying to get Burley into a little bit of a rhythm.
And I think they're there. Their short passes are there. Just the little slant routes, little hitch routes. You can do them to the outside receivers. You can do them to the inside receivers. Or getting good blocking up front. Little pitch and catches like that. And Burley's got the arm. He's got the ability. And that just looked so easy. If you're going to take those corners and you're going to play them 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, that's great. We'll take that every time.
Burley looking the same way.
There you go.
Same result.
And don't get too fancy. It doesn't have to be too difficult right there. Same play call. And then now is when you do the double moves. Now is when you do the hitch and goes. And those things work. But they don't work if you don't set them up first. And they're there. They're right there. So good testament right there. 6-7 yards. Nice and easy. Take it every time.
Corbin Vincent taking over backfield duties for the injured Anciso. We'll try and get you an update at halftime on Devin. 1:34 to go. And there you go, Corbin Vincent with a huge run.
Ooh, nice.
Out across the 40-yard line.
There we go.
Nice little 12, 13-yard pickup.
And that's the other thing the passing game does, too. They know their running back is injured. They know he's on the sideline. 2 little pitch and catches. Then they go into a defensive sort of, preventative mode, and it opens up the running lanes right there. Love it.
Clock
Absolutely.
moving. Coming up on a minute here. Plenty of time for this West Valley Rams offense. 2 timeouts in the back pocket for head coach Ryan Scott. First down and 10 from the 41. Lakeland showing blitz. They bring a couple.
Oof, nice catch.
Nice catch by Alex Whiteside. And I don't know if they're going to give it to him, Dave. I think it may have hit the ground. Alex a little slow to get up now as well. We may see West Valley Longtime trainer Jeannie Martin Turner back out onto the field. We're going to take a short break, come back to you on the Bighorn Network.
Did they not?
Alex Whiteside helped off the field. Looks like he may have a leg injury of sorts, but a huge part of this West Valley team. Alex on kickoff and does the place kicking for the Rams, so we'll see what the future holds for special teams with Alex banged up a little bit, but hopefully it's nothing serious. Second down and 10. I think West Valley's going to reset here. Demo, 42 seconds. Head coach Ryan Scott wants to talk about this, but an opportunity for us to talk about integrative dermatology. We care for the whole family from infants through the golden years, whether it's acne, rashes, skin cancer checks, or just wanting to feel your best. Our team is here with medical, surgical, and cosmetic dermatology, plus aesthetics and wellness services. Because healthy skin and confidence matter at every age. Give us a call at 509-794-1434. That's 509-794-1434. And let's take care of your skin together. Thank you, Integrative Dermatology, for sponsoring our 2025 West Valley Rams as the offense comes back out after that timeout. 42 seconds left. Rams looking to put some points on the board heading into halftime. Down 29-8 here. Lakeland Hawks have been impressive on both sides of the ball. I think this might go against West Valley, Dave. It is. It's a false start. So that'll push them back 5 yards to the 36-yard line.
West Valley does have one timeout left. Don't have to get it all right here. A little bit of time left to go, 42 seconds. Let's work on those seams, work across the field. If you're going to go in that sort of zone defense that Lakeland's been playing, those cross rights are open. You know, a little in route, a little drag, a little 5-yard drag. Get some cross action going, see if you can open up some gaps in the defense.
Drayton Burley flush out of the pocket, sees a little running room. Back up across the original line of scrimmage.
On the ball,
7-yard gain, clock moving. 30. Now 28, 27. Trying to get a play call in, substitution for the Rams. And we are down under 20 seconds now.
Yeah, it'd be nice, just too much time.
Timothy Balderson checks in here on the near side. And I think the Rams just going to take this in. Demo, maybe one shot. Balderson have some speed out here, but you got to get the play off. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and I don't think we're going to get it off.
Wow.
So that will do it here
Yikes.
for the first half. As we break for halftime on the Bighorn Network with your West Valley Rams down 29-8. It's a 20-minute halftime. We'll be back in about 15 minutes here. And thanks again for joining us on the Bighorn Network. Back here on the broadcast on the Bighorn Network, Mike Moore alongside Dr. Demo David Moore. 3 minutes around there left at halftime. It's homecoming. They may put a couple more minutes back on the clock, but Rams find themselves down 29-8 here at Corbett Field in beautiful Rathdrum. Idaho, Rams just struggling offensively. Burley with 7 completions for around 88 yards, and Ciso 5 or 6 carries around 25 yards and a touchdown. But Rams just unable to find a groove. And I'll tell you, this Lakeland Hawk defense, very aggressive, getting into the backfield, forcing Burley to make some decisions. And, Rams just tough time on offense. Defensively, Rams are finding themselves moving in the wrong direction. But, again, Lakeland, their 4th game of the season, and they do have a couple kids that just stand out. Tamani, their running back, at over 100 yards on about 8 to 9 carries. And then Peyton Hillman, their quarterback, over 100 yards passing, 8 or 9 completions, couple for touchdowns. And so the Hawks moving the ball up and down the field. They've had some decent field position, but Ram defense has been on the field quite a bit, trying to find their groove as the clock stops here at 3 minutes. So I think they are going to let a little more time on here at the half, but an opportunity once again to talk about our generous boosters here sponsoring us this year for the 2025 West Valley Ram football season. For Rogers Financial, for over 22 years, they specialized in investment management, retirement and pension planning, helping educators, state employees, farmers, and business owners achieve financial confidence. Rogers Financial Group, your partner in financial success, located at 3901 Kern Road, Suite 100. To schedule a meeting, contact the office at 509-902-3670. Also, would like to mention Ridco Inc. when it comes to power, telephone, cable TV, and underground line construction in Yakima. Trust the experts at Ridco Inc. From excavation to conduit systems, from maintenance to major projects, we've got the equipment, experience, and dedication to get the job done right. Serving Yakima and beyond with quality workmanship you can count on. Call Ridco today at 509-575-0489. 509-575-0489. Building connections that last. Thank you to Rogers Financial and Ridco, along with all of our other 2025 West Valley Ram booster sponsors, for your support during this season and for making this trip possible. It's a great experience for our teams to be up here playing this game at Lakeland High School as the teams just getting back out on the field to warm up. But a great opportunity for the West Valley teams, and actually sending both teams. We were able to call the C team game earlier. They had a tough time, lost 44-0, and the Varsity team going to try to get back into it, regroup at halftime, come out, try and gain some momentum. A couple key injuries we don't really know the status of, but Alex Whiteside went down with an apparent leg injury, and then the big one offensively, Devin and Ciso with an injury on the kickoff return. But the Rams are warming up here, and we got a special guest here in the booth, a 1994 West Valley alumni, a legend. I'll tell you what, I've been asking about a West Valley Ram Hall of Fame. Obviously not for myself, because I would not even be close. But I do know that the man sitting next to me was the man in the early 90s leading the West Valley Rams, coached by Joe Ortoff. I want to welcome Chad Rathburn, the Ratbone. Chad, thanks for coming up, man. You live nearby. Glad to have you on the box.
Hello, thank you very much. Hello, Yakamaniacs. Go Rams, let's go.
So, Chad, again, you were just back in those days. Just talk about that a little bit, and just kind of what you see now in football, just more of back then, man, it was just ISO offense, just smashed mouth, what were you running in at, about 245, 250?
No, I was a wrestler, so I had to put on all the weight for the football. I think 210 my senior year.
210. Well, you looked like you were about 250 with pads.
That's all those big pads we were wearing.
Man, playing fullback and linebacker, Coach Bob Olschler, the defensive coach. And I just remember sitting in those film rooms, and it seemed like you were on the same page of him, you know, and just an all-league, all-state guy, played at Central.
Fun times.
But thanks for joining us. But what are some of the main differences you've seen tonight and just kind of from when you played?
I mean, it's pretty much the same. Just start tackling people and run for your life, right? You know, just try to outrun somebody or run them over.
Well, a lot of spread offenses now. I think
that's true. Yeah, we did definitely run the ball a lot.
You know, the West Valley offense back then, you know, had that ISO kind of I formation, but you leading the way through the line. Yeah, man, it was sure fun to watch, and we're always glad to have alumni in the booth.
Thank you so much for inviting me over. I appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about kind of, you know, just your experience post Rams. So you were also part of that 95 Central.
Yeah, the national championship team, Central Washington. John Kitna. Played 16 years in the league, and I was lucky enough to be a part of that team and play, and that's a special moment in my life for sure. Yeah,
and then you moved over here to Eastern Washington, Idaho, Northern Idaho area.
Moved to Kellogg, Idaho, and my college roommate Matt Smith. We played football together, and we actually did our internship at Dave Smith Motors, and I stayed there for a while, and I'm still here.
Well, that's awesome, man, and you know, it's always great to link up with you. We still connect to some of the Seahawks games,
go Hawks,
and stuff like that. But no, man, I appreciate you coming out to support the Rams. Definitely the furthest trip that the Bighorn Networks made. You know, Dave and I have been doing this for about 12 or 13 years. We sure have fun, man.
Nice.
But had to give an opportunity to come up since we're in your backyard.
Yes, thank you so much.
But man, this Lakeland team looks pretty darn good. They take their football seriously up north.
Yeah, there's some good squads up here for sure. They're diehards for sure.
And then so you mentioned just kind of your experience at Central. But what was some of the things from that 94 team? You know, you guys came, one game from state?
Well, we had the roadblock. It was called Prosser every year. So they won 2 out of 3 state championships. Their second my sophomore year, and then junior year, senior year, they took it all again. And they were ranked 10th nationally. I mean, they were the real deal, Holyfield on that one.
Tom Moore coach, and obviously his son Kellen Moore, coach of the
he used to come up and shake my hand
Saints
after every game.
Yeah, ball boy.
Ball boy with the Gatorade bottle.
That's awesome, man.
It was always a fun experience playing them because it was 21-7 every 21-14 every game when we come short, unfortunately, but it was a heck of a lot of fun, but a lot of lifelong friends. So
we're going to get going for kickoff here. Are you going to stay on, or are you going to kick it back to Demo?
Demo's my guy here. We're going to get him back on, the
Chad,
local legend.
Thanks,
you so
man.
much. Hello to everybody
Hall of
out
Famer,
there.
if there ever was one at West Valley, Chad Rathburn.
Right, have a good
Thanks
one.
for joining us, buddy. And that kickoff from the Rams, still on his feet over the far side. Wow, Lakeland could be set up with some great field position. Still going, Cody Lund, and he is going to take it back to the house on the opener. Sorry to tell you, Chad, but you were never allowed on the broadcast again,
seriously,
buddy.
Rathburn, what's that about, man? Oh, my goodness.
You're done, man. Boy. Opening kickoff return for a touchdown. I am praying for a flag out here, but fear not, West Valley faithful. We'll blame that one on Rathburn and move on. So.
And then we'll be coming back just a little bit, but still a big return there. Maybe we'll give you another shot, Rathburn, after that penalty. That's not bad.
But a heck of a return from Lund on that. Really broke about 3 or 4 tackles as the Rams come out. It was an extended halftime because of homecoming. And you always run that risk, Dave, coming out just a little bit cold on that kickoff.
It's a longer, you're used to the routine of halftime. Plus, it's a pretty long run from the field over to kind of the halftime facilities that they have. So just, maybe not incredibly ready to go there to open up this second half. Not what you wanted to see from this West Valley squad. Trying to get back into the football game, down 29-8, but need your defense one more time here. Try and turn the momentum around.
Hand off to Tamani, and busting through the line this time, Chase Massey. Nice job by Chase.
On the blitz from the outside linebacker position, and that's what you want from Chase Massey. We've called his name a number of times tonight, having a good game. Looks the part, too, 6'1", 195 pounds, very athletic. So just a junior. It'll be fun to watch him progress throughout the season. Really great to have good outside linebackers. And West Valley, you know, kind of coming out a little bit more with that four-man front, or bringing that outside linebackers up on the line of scrimmage to try and negate this running game.
Hillman drops back, finds a little bit of a seam to get back just a yard or two past the line of scrimmage. I think that's Justin Hagan on the tackle for the Rams. But you want to see, you know, that pressure from that defensive front, Dave, and just kind of shore up some of those seams that Tamani and company have been finding.
Trips wide receivers on the near side, and they try that crossing route. Inside receiver is going to run the flag. Outside receiver is going to run the post, and you try and confuse that safety and corner to open up some lanes down the field. Just took a long time to develop. Had to tuck the ball and run, and nice job wrapping him up before he could do some true damage to bring up 3rd and long.
Here we go, see if we can get a stop right here. Motion ball on the ground.
Get out there.
Hillman around the right side. And he gets dropped, so that's going to bring up 4th down and long. Boy, trying to get back up and falling backwards. I'm trying to see who that was, Dave. Might have been Donovan Malland over there making a nice stop at the corner position coming up.
Kind of in no man's land for Lakeland, a little too far for a field goal, not enough for a punting situation, so they're going to go for it, even though it's 4th and long. And, man, you'd love a stop right here. After the long kickoff return, you get kind of bailed out by the penalty. Would love to get this football back. Huge play early in the second half. Oh, my goodness.
Well, they're going to get 5 yards off of the encroachment, but still a 4th down. So let's see if we can come up with a play here.
That was number 68. Senior lineman Justin Hagan just wanting to get off the ball, wanting to get some pressure. Going to cost him 5 yards.
Double reverse here.
Oh, that's.
And not sure if we got a penalty over here. Didn't see one, but that is going to be a Lakeland touchdown. 2nd touchdown on a 4th down. They also scored on a fake punt, but
that was a little bit of a hold on the near sideline, right on the edge. Didn't get called right in front of the referee, but we'll see what they come up with on the game film there. Just unable to secure the edge. Some creative play calling from Lakeland, and going to be 7 more points.
So 20-yard touchdown for Lakeland. I'll update that score as the extra point is good. It is 36-0 here, 8:46 to go in the 3rd quarter, but an opportunity to thank one of our sponsors, Washington Fruit. Looking for the freshest, locally grown fruit in Yakima? Washington Fruit has been serving our community with premium apples, cherries, pears, and more. Whether you're shopping for your family or sourcing for your business, Washington Fruit delivers quality you can trust. Washington Fruit, the taste of Washington in every bite. And the Rams find themselves down here 36-8, 8:46 to go. And Lakeland returned the opening kickoff of the half for a touchdown. It was called back on a penalty and converted on a 4th down try, a 20-yard double reverse on the near side here. And so they have a 36-8 lead in full control. Let's see if this West Valley offense can get any sort of momentum going. I'm looking for numbers out here. Man, it's tough to see. I think Devin Enciso may be back in on that far side. Maybe Demo has better eyes than I. But is that Enciso on the far side there at the 10, Demo? I can't tell.
Yeah, let me bring out the binos here.
But a little pooch onside kick try. West Valley able to recover. Rockland Borland on the recovery.
Yeah, and I think Enciso's got his pads off, Mike. He's
He does. Okay.
got his shoulder pads off. He's over on the sideline there, so I think.
Yeah, I would think non-league, you're not going to take any chances. I just couldn't see a number on that far side. But we do have Corbin Vincent coming back in for the Rams in the backfield. And somebody carry around the near side here, Jack Goodrich. Well, it looked like he was horse collared, brought down.
Dalton Hargraves, nice block, trying to steal that corner, but again, just take too long to develop. Way too much east and west. He tried to turn the corner up north and south, just unable to find any seam, and going to be a loss on the play. Those wide runs, Mike, just haven't had much success with those, have we? With those wide receivers trying to get creative and spread the defense out. But I think if you're going to get back into this football game, it's going to be on the arm of Drayden Burley.
Second down, log 10. Drayden Burley taking a shot, and he overthrows his intended target, Donovan Mallon. Mallon is kind of forced down the sideline there. Not sure if he had a beat on that, but nice ball from Burley, just overthrown a touch.
Had the single coverage, had the matchup he wanted, just no separation from the corner. Nice job by that defensive back from Lakeland, and all over it there. I think the most success they've had passing in those short little hitch routes, slant routes, and corners playing off the ball quite a ways.
That is tipped up, hits the ground, thankfully. But that's going to bring up fourth down. We'll see if Dalton Hargraves comes in with the punt team. Looks like he will stay on. And West Valley going to kick this away. So a 3 and out to start things off. The Ram offense.
Punting situation. Hargraves had a pretty good game punting the football, about 6 green jerseys right in his face. Gets it off. Takes a West Valley bounce. Lakeland returner with the ball and gets a seam over on the right sideline. A big block with a flag right in front of it on the far sideline. So that one's going to be coming back and going to put Lakeland in a little bit deeper territory as we kind of shift the field. 7:30 left to go. West Valley down 36-8, and all momentum going to Lakeland. Outside of that first scoring drive, Mike, from that big pass play from Burley to Dalton Hargraves over the middle, man, this offense has been pretty stagnant. Defense has shown up at times and come up kind of bending but not breaking, but been put in some tough situations, some turnovers, and just unable to get anything going on offense throughout the entire game.
You know, one thing I just realized we haven't really talked about because we haven't had the opportunity to, but is that new kind of piece of hardware over there on the far sideline, the Moore Family Dental turnover chain.
That's
Let's
right.
get that thing going right now. See if we can get a pick or
That thing's hot
fumble
too.
recovery.
We gotta get. We do.
A good time for it right here, but Lakeland taking care of the football so far. Busting through the line, Chase Massey having himself a night from that linebacker spot.
And they're just turning him loose on the blitzes, just taking him on the outside, find a seam, let him get in the backfield and do some damage. And I think that's where he's really showed up in today's game, and just open him up and let him loose.
Looking like old number 44, Chad Rathburn out there coming from the middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, I don't think Chad was 195 pounds, though. I feel like you're a little bulkier than that. What was your playing weight there, Chad?
210 is what he said. Second down and 12, but a Ram tackle. And so just a couple yard pickup. Third down and 10 here. See if we can get a stop. Boy, a turnover right here would be huge. 6:30 to go.
You know, and they've put them in some tough spots, too. It's been 3rd and long, 4th and long. They just can't seem to get off the field sometimes, this defense. And give a lot of credit to Lakeland. They've come up with some creative plays, opening up the field, good passes, very conservative. But then when they need to, they can chunk off the yardage as well. These third and long plays have been tough.
Rams dropping back. Now some pressure. And that is incomplete.
All right, you betcha.
Let's get that backfield, force Hillman to make a decision. So here's 4th down coming up. And Rams get a stop of their own.
And I'm not sure here, Mike, but is this the first punt here from Lakeland in this football game? I'm trying to think.
Well, they had a fake that went for a touchdown, but other than that, I do believe this is the first punt. Dalton Hargraves back at his own 40-yard line. Yeah, I don't think they have, Dave. Pretty efficient on offense. Take care of the football.
Yeah, they really do. Don't turn the football over.
A lot of motion. Very creative offense, and yeah, that's a good one. Wow. So West Valley going to field it at the 37-yard line. 5:56 to go. Another opportunity to tell you about one of our sponsors, Stevens and Granados PLLC. Since 2008, Stevens and Granados in Yakima has been helping keep families together. Our experienced female-owned immigration law firm provides the care, compassion, and attention to detail your case deserves. We've helped clients across the country and around the world secure legal status, reunite with loved ones, and navigate the complex immigration system. If you or a family member need help with an immigration matter, call Tammy Granados today, 509-895-7811, 509-895-7811. Drayden Burley looking for a receiver there on the far sideline, incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down. Clock stop here at 5:50.
Carly making the stop on the play for the Hawks. 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 coming up for West Valley. Trying to find any sort of rhythm here. Did have a couple of, right before we took a break for the half, did have a couple nice little short, quick passes out here on the near side to Donovan Malland. And here you go, a little swing pass out to Dalton Hargraves. Get it into your athlete's hands quickly. As good as a run out here. Little 4-yard pickup, 3rd down.
And that's what you want. You take your best athlete, Dalton Hargraves, just get him one-on-one with that corner, outside linebacker, and let him get some yardage, pick up a couple, and that's exactly what you want right there. That's all right. We're moving the yardage marker and bring up much more 3rd and manageable here.
Dalton with his 4th catch, I think, tonight. A couple of those tosses. It's hard to tell if he's handing or tossing, but I think he does have 4, around 69 yards, somewhere in there. Had that huge 65-yard reception. Burley steps back, slings it over to Malin, but that is incomplete. So that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I think they're going to give it to him, Mike, and they're going to
Was
move
that a
the sticks.
completion?
Oh, yeah, he
Nice.
got that and got his foot in. It was tough to see because of the Lakeland players, but I think he got his feet in and tucked that one, moved the chains. Man, that hitch route has been there all night, hasn't it? And anytime they need it, and especially on a 3rd down, you just go to the sticks, turn around. Corners playing, 8-9 yards off of wide receiver. That hitch is there anytime you want it.
So Drayton Burley rolls out to his left. He's going to keep it. He gets stood up, forced out of bounds. 2-yard pickup.
I think he had Hargraves down the field. It's tough to do. Hard for right-handed quarterback, rolling left, squaring your shoulders and delivering it downfield, and just a little bit too far. Burley just kind of tucking it and getting positive yardage on the play, but good blocking up front, had the time. And the other thing on those if you're going to do a sprint out as a quarterback, you need to get some depth initially so that when you turn up the field, you're coming forward throwing that ball, not trying to throw it sideways. It's not a just straight sprint to the sideline. You got to get some depth so then you can work yourself forward and see the field and get some accuracy on the throw. It's just straight left to right here.
Oh, wow, what a catch from Dalton Hargraves. I think this might be coming back, Demo, as he shows off his athleticism. Goes up and gets that one-handed catch, brings it down. But we got a hold on the far side. And that is unfortunate.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see. I think they might get Parker Mills on this one. Just kind of got tangled up with the defender on that play. And they are going to march it back. But, man, that was a heck of a catch there. Just went right up, snatched that one-handed out of the air, and then as he drops, make a real shifty move to pick up another 5 or 6 yards down the field. But that one's coming back.
2nd down and 20 now. The 42-yard line of the Rams. Push them back into their own territory. A handoff on the right side. Corbin Vincent with the carry. In for the injured Devin and Ciso. But Corbin, about a 4-yard pickup. 3rd down and long coming up, though. 3:28 to go, 3rd quarter.
Lakeland interior making the play, 3rd down 17.
Spread this out exactly where you don't want to be. 3rd and 15. Need to make something happen. 3 minutes, 15 seconds as we tick down in the 3rd quarter here. And this is tough sledding. Lakeland kind of moving way back. Going to blitz from the outside. Nicely picked up.
Donovan Malland just needed another yard of sideline. Got out of the tackle, but out of bounds.
4th down, 11 yards to go.
That is about a 5-yard pickup. 4th down and 11 here for West Valley.
4-down territory. Didn't have to get it all right there. A little bit more manageable here.
Burley now unofficially over 100 yards. Got about 10 completions, Dave.
He's looked good throwing the football, and you know, give the offensive line some credit. They've given him some time, and he's got an arm. He does, and he slings it. Just hard finding some open receivers. Hard finding some room there.
A motion pre-snap on West Valley. That's going to push us back 5, so we're back to about 4th and 16 here. 2:57 to go, 3rd quarter.
I think that was Jack Goodrich in the slot position. Man, coaches hate that too when a receiver jumps off sides because there's really no excuse. You're just looking at the ball and not going, but you know, you're trying to get off, especially on, you know, passing play. You know it's 4th and long. You know you want to get to your route, and I think everybody that's played wide receiver has done that in their career. And unfortunately, almost like a turnover right there because it brings up a punting situation instead of taking your shot on 4th down.
Dalton Hargraves gets off a nice punt, and it will be down at about the 24-yard line. Looks like might have been Ethan Morga there, number 20 for the Rams. Ethan, a sophomore in special teams. Lakeland offense back out, up 36-8, 2:49 to go, 3rd quarter. The handoff up the middle, just pushing the pile. This Ram defense been out on the field quite a while tonight. We don't keep those stats, Demo, but it's got to be at least 2/3 to a third, wouldn't you say?
Sure, yeah. I think that was Aiden Springer, number 78, making the tackles. Senior offensive defensive lineman. I played with his dad. Was a great center back in the day for the Rams as well.
Chris, one of the main booster parent volunteers, doing a good job.
Absolutely.
Mentioned the boosters quite a bit tonight. Just trying to really work hard to give these kids opportunities like they have. Dalton Hargraves on the tackle for West Valley, but not before Lakeland's past the sticks and a first down. Rams showing blitz here. Let's see if they bring anything. Chase Massey trying to get through the line, but able to find some running room across the 25, still on his feet. Finally tracked down, and a huge play for Lakeland. About 30 yards there on that play, Dave. But you know, you bring the house.
Yeah, everybody up front, and you know, really tough from the safety position to make a tackle with all that momentum going. Just kind of tried to go inside out a little bit and sprung free, but man, that many guys in the box to run through the hole like that untouched, that's tough.
Another handoff over the right side, trying to find some running room, but unable to this time, Dave.
I think that was number 45, Nathan Walkenhauer. So we're starting to see some new names in there, Mike.
Get the binos out, man. We got some numbers.
We do. I think head coach Ryan Scott trying to get a little bit of fresh legs. You mentioned how much that defense has been out there, and now starting to see some new names in on the defensive side of the ball. Get some kids some experience as well. Non-league game, down 36-8. Get them some playing time, absolutely.
Well, that's why he came up here, is for kids to, you know, get the win if you can, but get kids a great experience as around the end, Hillman able to take it all the way down to the 1 yard line. But West Valley, the entire team and staff, and a lot of the parents are staying at the Triple Play hotel, kind of theme park. You know, water slide, arcades, and so tomorrow they'll, even though they're a little banged up tonight, get a little R&R, a little fun time to before they head back to town, and that will do it for the third quarter as the clock ticks down to 0. Lakeland Hawks in full control of this one, 36-8. We are back here on the Bighorn Network as Lakeland trying to punch it in, and they are able to. Our cameraman just getting back to his spot, but little 2-yard punch in for Lakeland there to extend their lead, 42-8. And they're letting fireworks off after each score. But a great atmosphere for football here up in northern Idaho in the Rathdrum area. It's still a packed house, Demo. I know it's homecoming, but I got a feeling it's like this every game.
Yeah, I would think that too. And It gets a little crowded up here. We kind of saw it firsthand, and just really the one side of the stadium where everyone sits. There's not really an opposing bleacher section. It's pretty tiny over there, and you can't see too much with the opposing football team in front of you. So everybody on the one side, and it's busy over here, that's for sure. And that's what you want. It's what you want from a football program, from a community, everybody coming out, not just homecoming, but every game. You got the younger kids wearing the jerseys and everybody in the community kind of showing up. So, yeah, really fun environment here. And they've been really nice to us. So, no, it's been good.
43-8, West Valley had one scoring drive midway through the first quarter, but other than that, shutout, unable to find any rhythm offensively. You know, it seems like they've had a lot of third and long plays as well, so something to clean up once we start league play.
You know what I will say, Mike, they haven't really, you know, I mean, we had the safety there, but I'm trying to think, but have we had a turnover? Oh my gosh, I almost jinxed it there, but have we had a turnover in this football game?
No, we have not. Yeah, just that safety.
Yeah, and you know, maybe one snap over the head of Burley.
I got a lot of green stripes on my scorecard for Lakeland. I got one which would indicate a touchdown or a scoring play. Red. I don't have many red highlighters here, Demo. So not too many turnovers.
Penalties, maybe some holding penalties that were, you know, maybe clean up a little bit. But I think offensively, just unable to put a drive together. You know what I mean? Just kind of shoot yourself in the foot. And we've seen that the past few years, you know, just penalties really kill them or hold but tough to kind of sustain a drive as more laundry comes on the field.
Why are you talking penalties, man? That's on you. 11:49. But yeah, you got to look forward, you know, to next week's game against Sela, your last non-league game. We're going to be bringing that to you live from Sela High School. Kickoff at 7. We'll get on about 6:45. So you got another non-league opponent and kind of that old Mid-Valley League rivalry. So that'll be a grudge match for sure. But after that, you really get into the meat of your league schedule at Davis, and then you're back home for homecoming against Sunnyside as Burley rolls out, takes a shot deep downfield for Hargraves, unable to catch up to it at the 40-yard line. Boy, David, now Hargrave kind of comes up a little limp there, but hopefully that's just not them.
Yeah, I think he, let's see, threw that from about.
Was that Hargraves or who was? Oh, I'm trying to see. That was Donovan Mallon, Dave. Sorry about that.
He threw that from about his own 10 or 15 to the opposing 40. That was an absolute launch there, rolling out to the right and just firing that down. That was a
Mallon out there. I think he's got a little cramp trying to stretch it out on the far sideline. Burley trying to find Corbin Vincent on a little screen. That is incomplete. Bring up third down, and the special teams unit kind of jogs on, but I'm not so certain West Valley might just go for this here. We'll see.
Tough. I think one thing we can maybe work on those screenplays, which have been so much of a Ryan Scott offense and Dan Iman offense. We really haven't seen the timing there. We haven't seen the touch there from the quarterback. Again, when you're letting the linemen through, you know they're going to be in your face. That's not a bullet pass. That's a soft, over-the-top pass. Let the running back or the wide receiver run underneath it. And you throw bullets like that, it's tough to find a seam and to make it work with the timing. Can maybe finesse that just a little bit more and just touch it over the top when we're doing those screen plays. Haven't seen much success with that tonight, and usually, traditionally, you know, that's a big gain for us. That's almost our bread and butter, especially when they start blitzing linebackers and being more aggressive.
We take a short break, come back to you live on the Bighorn Network. We are back here out of that timeout that the Rams took. Actually, third down here. Rams need to get it all the way out to about the 38-yard line. Drayton Burley with a screen to Dalton Hargraves just off his fingertips. And that's going to bring up fourth down, and now the punt team comes on. Yeah, just, you know, watch a little bit of film on this one, Demo, but really just kind of get back next week, focus on Sela, get that last non-league out, try and pick up a win, move to 2-1, and then start your league play. Fresh slate, clean slate from there.
And I do think you can work on some things here, and you want to play a team like this. You want to play a team that's good, that's going to challenge you, that's going to kind of show some things that you can work on. And this is a tough environment, and don't kid yourself.
Boy, Dalton Hargraves unable to field it. He's just going to have to run it out, trying to make something out of nothing. Gets back to almost the original line of scrimmage, but Rams going to turn it over on downs.
But make no mistake, this is a good Lakeland team.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be 4-0 after this game. Next week, they'll be at Post Falls, Idaho. This is a team that's going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be in the hunt, and very impressive. Takes care of the football. They play a solid defense, kind of a bend but don't break, and really aggressive when they need to be, and laying back when they need to be. Well coached, well disciplined, not a lot of penalties. Good on special teams as well. A lot of pressure on special teams. And they got a quarterback that can sling it and can run. And they got a couple of weapons on offense that can run the football and can lower their shoulder when they need to as well. So this is a good football team. It'll be interesting to look back after the season's over and see where they end up. But they're going to be in the mix.
Ball on the ground. Hillman gets wrapped up and dropped. Nice job there by Credence Perez. Nice to see Credence call his name here.
Loss for Lakeland. Second and 16.
But that's a loss of about 5.
It'll be interesting to see how Devin's doing as well. I'll be curious. He looked, you know, I don't know, Mike, but he looked pretty good walking off. I mean, he's obviously not putting pads on for the rest of the game, but it didn't look incredibly serious, but I'm not sure. Ooh.
Flag comes in on that far side. As that pass falls incomplete, but I think we're going to get a hold or pass interference. And we're going to take a short break here as we say goodbye to our good friend Chad Rathburn. We're back here, first down, almost picked off. Wow, Donovan Malland almost had a beat on that. Thought we might have our first turnover here for the Rams. First shot at seeing that Moore Family Dental turnover chain. I need to get a picture of that to show these fans at home.
We need a shot of that to put up on the broadcast.
Yeah, they posted that. They posted that picture with Devin. There is pretty cool on the socials. A little toss near side, and that could go for another Lakeland touchdown, and it does. So 6 more on the board, puts it to 49-8. And Lakeland having the way here, 9:59 to go. Extra point pending. Want to thank all of you fans there in Yakima for sticking with us here. Lakeland High School, Corbett Field. Other than the score, it's been a good one. Boy, they're letting off some late fireworks here, Dave. Wow. Kick is up, and it is good. So a $50 on the board for Lakeland. And they have been in control pretty much since late in the first quarter, early second quarter. West Valley did, they held it at 15-8 right until the mid, I guess, second quarter, and then Lakeland just kind of turned on the Jets and has done a great job tonight.
Yeah, just too good. And they have some depth, well coached. And it's been a pretty conservative game from Lakeland as well. You know, they haven't really thrown the ball incredibly down the field. That one sort of deep fly route early in the football game, but other than that, it's been pretty meat and potatoes. Turn around, hand the football off, chunk off running yardage when you can, and you know, some short conservative passes, and that's been enough to put up 50 points. So, yeah, impressive football team.
So 10 minutes left here. And the Rams will head back to the hotel, triple play resort here, and hopefully get a good night's sleep. Have a full day tomorrow with passes to the theme park there, and then a bus ride home and get set for Sela.
And that'll be a good game next week, and you're right. There's a little bit of that old school Mid-Valley rivalry. These kids don't even know what the Mid-Valley is, okay, but you know, just they see those kids around town, and or you play summer ball against them, and I know they had those kind of summer drills against them as well, and so you know those guys, and you're going to see them around, and that's a big game. It's still a rivalry game, even though it's not in your league. That's still, you know, so that's still a big one.
Take an injury timeout and come back to you in the Bighorn Network. Lakeland 50, West Valley 8. First down and 10 for the Rams. The handoff on the far side. Getting some positive yardage here, about 5 yards. Corbin Vincent in for Devin Anciso. But a nice first down pickup.
Second down and 5.
We'll see how much the Rams choose to get creative here. Clock moving at 9 minutes. Thanks for staying with us on the Bighorn Network. Shout out to one of our buddies that fills in for you sometimes, Adam Eldridge. He's at home listening, Demo. So haven't quite figured out our schedule yet. Adam may need you to give us a hand again this year. Always enjoy broadcasting with you.
Yeah, I'll be gone for that game next week, Mike. Next 2 games, I'm going to be gone, unfortunately.
Thanks for the heads up on that.
I think don't do that. People are gonna believe you when you say that. You know I'm gonna be gone.
8:20. Burley trips over here on the near side, looking this way. Has a completion out across the 40-yard line. There is no let up on this West Valley Rams offense. That's Jack Goodrich on the completion and a first down. About an 8-yard pickup for Jack, his first catch of the night. A first down here from the 44-yard line. Burley a handoff to Vincent. He gets rolled around up a couple yards to the 45.
I'll tell you what, Parker Mills has had a heck of a game. I think if we're trying to find some positives from today, he really has. He's done a great job in pass protection. It's fun to see him evolve as a football player. I think we all know what he can do on the basketball court, but he's turned into a heck of a left tackle. He looks the part. He moves well on his feet, and now he's got enough experience where he can really kind of do some damage. And if you look at it right there.
Yeah, pass out to Dalton Hargraves. Weaves his way up to the 33-yard line. Flag comes in from the back judge.
But as we were talking about Parker, just, you know, watching him on that pass play, the defensive end has just been so battered that he's not even really rushing anymore just because he's getting manhandled by Mills all game. He really has done a nice job. Him and left guard, number 58, Dylan Brown, and they've had a nice game on that left side. Not a lot of pressure all game, and Burley has had time to throw. He really has. You know, of course, he's been under duress a little bit, especially on the screen plays, but that's to be expected. But overall, you know, he's had decent time, and a lot of that is due to that left side of that offensive line.
So tack on the penalty, and the Rams all the way down to the 18-yard line. Corbin Vincent inside the 15, fights his way to the 13. Nice 5-yard pickup for Corbin.
Number 42, Corbin Vincent on the carry.
This may be their best drive of the football game, Mike. They really have been slow, methodical. That dig route, too, I think that's maybe the first time we've seen that. Hargraves getting in the open field, hitting him in stride and turning up. That dig route's been really successful for this Ryan Scott offense over the past few years, and haven't seen it too much today.
High snap. Burley able to pick it back up, but gets tackled immediately back at the 25-yard line. So a loss of about 11 for West Valley.
And that's kind of been the MO on some of these drives, just, you know, something big that kind of shoots them in the foot. I felt like that was a good snap kind of right there. Burley just unable to kind of get his hands on it. It was right to his face mask and just kind of went right off his fingertips.
Third down and long. 4:46. Clock moving here. Another little screen. Pick up of about 8 to Jack Goodrich.
With the catch, Bodak in play.
But a fourth down coming up as the clock ticks down around 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. Let's see what head coach Ryan Scott has dialed up here. Burley drops back under pressure, tries to stay up and keep his eyes downfield, David. Goes down, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. 3:40 to go.
And I think we got a running clock here too, Mike, because That clock just continuing to roll. The score of 50-8. We weren't quite sure of the rules here in Idaho.
Well, I think it's 40. So
is it? Yeah.
Well, that's what it would appear to be. But yeah, we did not have one right up until this last drive. So 3 minutes to go here. Rams tough night, but hopefully a successful trip from an experience standpoint as they get set to take on Sela next week. Carry over the right side. Some fresh legs in for Lakeland.
Greg Smith on the carry for Lakeland along the right side.
Ethan Morga, I think, on the tackle for the Rams over there, but yeah, rough night overall. But Rams is just still fighting. That last drive, that's some positive plays. So you just got to build off the positives in a game like this and get right back into it, reset. Carry another carry around the right side, just bowling his way forward. It's Isaiah Roscoe.
First down and 10. Lakeland
Timothy Balderson on the tackle. Colin Shirey out there as well.
A sophomore, 5'10", 155-pound linebacker. Looks good. Getting in there.
And a 15-yard pickup.
Greg Smith on the carry, but it's
No, but I think you're right, Mike. I think you just, you kind of regroup. You have games like this.
First down and 10,
It's
Lakeland.
tough, and you know what? Maybe a fun day tomorrow. You're going back to the hotel, some team building stuff. That'll be fun. I remember, going to a summer football camp and being in a hotel or a dorm with the team, and that'll be fun for them tonight, hopefully. And then tomorrow, fun day at that triple play hotel, and then back to work and hopefully take care of business next week against Sela. I think that's kind of what you pull out of here. You got a ton of tape to go over, a ton of things you can improve on, but I think, if I'm being honest, at the end of the day, this is just a heck of a football team they played tonight. They really are.
Solid, both sides of the ball,
and
special teams.
Really impressive. And you kind of just ran into a brick wall here today on the line of scrimmage, in the secondary. I think you just played a better football team, and sometimes that happens, especially in high school football team. This team, I'll be interested to see, where they make a run
have to go
in the
back
playoffs.
and look. Yeah, Post Falls might be a little rough.
Yeah.
I don't know. We played their basketball team last year. A lot of the players came off a playoff contender. But yeah, that'll do it here as the clock ticks down to 0. Your final score: Lakeland Hawks 50, West Valley Rams 8. And that will do it for our inaugural broadcast of the year on the Bighorn Network. I want to thank my partner here, Dr. Demo David Moore. Thank you for your color, always great. We'll see you in a few weeks, sounds like.
Yep.
Also want to thank my eldest son, Kevin Moore. Who,
Yeah, that was a big one, Kev. Thanks, buddy.
Reluctantly stepped in for both games.
He's been on the camera for like 6 hours.
Had his buddy James Mataio over there, a couple of West Valley Ram basketball players supporting the football team here tonight. I want to thank them as well, and all the fans for watching, and the fans that made it over for the game to cheer on their Rams. Also want to thank the Lakeland Hawks for being gracious hosts here this evening. And Rams fall 50-8. Thanks for watching us here on the Bighorn Network. We will return next Friday night, 6:45. Coverage begins for a 7 o'clock kickoff as your West Valley Rams are going to take on the Sela Vikings. Have a good evening to all. Thank you for joining us.